Hello, welcome to She Boss Talk. I am Shantae Alrighty. I am coming on with breaking news. This is a stimulus update and news report. A lot of big information came out over the weekend and today that you need to know about. All of you entrepreneurs, business owners, there is money coming your way. So do come on in. Let me know who you are, where you're hailing from. Do show this video some love. Hit the love button. Give it a thumbs up so more people see this. Thank you to all of our subscribers. Welcome in. If you are not already subscribed, you definitely want to get connected. Get subscribed so you get notified every time we provide new content, new videos, because we always come on to provide valuable information that is going to really help you take your business to the next level, help you get access to funding and other resources that you need during this time. So again, it's Monday. I hope you all have Monday goals for the week ahead. Let me know what those are in the comments as we're going through. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will try to answer some on screen. We have a lot of updates to get through. I'll try to answer a few, and then I always follow up after the broadcast to answer any questions that you all have. So I want to just start off with the stimulus checks. I haven't provided any updates about the stimulus checks in a long while. That's because they've been flowing, right? So we know this is the third round of stimulus checks. The $1,400 checks have been flowing. You can check your status on the IRS website at irs.gov. But they have sent out 9 batches or 9 rounds of these checks. So whether it's the direct deposit or if you did not get direct deposit, you receive a check in the mail or a debit. But some of the more recent payments are these, what they call plus up payments. If you received a plus up payment from the IRS, please do let me know. I know in the latest batch that they sent, about 46,000 Americans received these plus up payments, which were due to maybe when you filed, this based on when you filed your taxes, the IRS recalculated and determined that you didn't get your entire stimulus check. So maybe you got a partial check, or maybe your income changed, and when you filed your taxes, it reflected a different amount, which meant you were due a certain amount. So they're sending out these plus up payments. These are additional payments just based on the fact that if you did not get a full payment before. Also, as you're filing, we know today is the tax deadline. So all you all tax filers out there, I don't know about you, but I am filing an extension. I'm filing an extension. So, but get your taxes done. This is tax day. So congratulations to all you out there who have filed your taxes. So you can also, when you file your taxes, also take the credit. If you did not get your payment, your check, you can also get the credit on your taxes, just in case you don't know that. So that's the stimulus check. But the bigger news today is regarding the child tax credit. So how many of you, if you have children, let me know in the comments, and how many children you have that are 17 or under, let me know. The IRS will start sending out these child tax credit monthly payments starting July 15th. So you could go ahead and mark your calendar. Someone just before I came on was asking me about the income requirements. So yes, there are income requirements. Want to let you know that if you have children 6 and under, children under the age of 6, you get $3,600 per child in this tax credit. Between 6 and 17 is $3,000 per child. And so what that means is if you get the monthly payment, you can get anywhere between $250 per month to $300 per month. The 6 to 17 age range, you would get $250 a month for, and then under 6 years old, you would get $300 a month for. This is temporary payment through the end of December. Okay, so this is the temporary tax credit. We already know that these tax credits exist. They expanded it, the amount of the tax credit, making it refundable, and then also allowing for monthly distribution so that the American people have money in their pockets to utilize to help stimulate the economy rather than getting it on the back end when you file next year's taxes. However, with that said, they will be opening up a portal in the next a week or so, next week or 2 weeks, which will allow you to be able to update your information as well as opt out. So you may be a person that, may choose that you don't want the monthly payments, that you want to take the lump sum on the back end. You have that option as well, but you will need to opt out of the monthly payments in order to do so. And again, like I said, the IRS will be implementing a portal for this in the upcoming weeks. So stay tuned for that. We'll bring you more information. Now, how to know if you qualify for this. If you are single, those that are single filers, 75,000, your income must be under 75,000 threshold. Head of household is $112,000 and $500. Married filing jointly, your income threshold is up to $150,000 to qualify for this expanded tax credit and monthly payout. So yes, to Chanel, this is per child, okay, that you would get that for. So you can do the calculation right now. So how many of you out there will, this will help so many people. So this temporary benefit is said to help 39 million households, over 69 million households, right? 88% of children in the U.S. will be impacted by this child tax credit. So this is really, again, a good boost for American families, for the economy, and another, again, thing that they're doing to help lift people out of poverty and give them access to funding or funds that they need. So again, this monthly payment will be through the end of December. So again, it is not ongoing. It is through the end of December. So we're right now in May. They will start sending these out July 15th, and it is per child. So just calculate how many children you have, and you will know how much you can anticipate on a monthly basis, and you will know how much you will get per child should you choose the lump sum payment. Okay. So again, if you have any questions regarding that, just let me know in the comments, and I'll try to circle back. You should expect, again, direct deposit or debit or check. If they have your banking information on file, that's the quickest way to get it via direct deposit. We already know checks, it will come through the mail, which is slower, but just depending. But again, you will have your opportunity to update any information in the upcoming weeks. Let me see. The IRS will launch. Okay, I said the portal. Okay, I said that already. Okay, so that is the child tax credit expansion and monthly payments that is approaching. Okay, now I want to talk about the unemployment refund. So there's two big updates regarding unemployment. One is good news, one is not so good news, but I'm going to tell you some things that you can do about it. So the IRS has already started sending out payments for those who overpaid their taxes for unemployment, because under the latest stimulus bill, right, the American Rescue Plan Act, there's a benefit, a tax benefit in there where $10,200 of your unemployment benefits that you received in 2020 are tax-free at the federal level, right? So when you file your federal taxes, it's tax-free. So if you receive $10,200 or less, you don't pay any taxes on unemployment. If you received over that amount, then what you would do is just subtract the $10,200 from your income calculation. Now, please understand, not all states mirror that tax credit. So you want to definitely check with your state as far as filing, as far as taxes are concerned on unemployment for your state taxes. Okay, so some states still require you to pay taxes on there. Again, just check with your state. I know in Ohio here, they're mirroring the federal government, so it applies the same. So federal tax, state tax, it is tax-free. That $10,200 of unemployment. So just calculate how much you receive. You should have received some type of statement or notice in your email from your unemployment office related to your benefits and your benefit statement. So you should know what you were paid in 2020. Okay. So again, those refunds are going out. If you were one that filed, those of you that filed your taxes early, will get those refunds. Now, if you received a refund for unemployment, let me know in the comments. Okay, good. So you did get the tax break. If you received but if you did receive a deposit, right? A direct deposit for your refund from the IRS, let me know as well. So if that's one of you all, you can expect that in the upcoming days and weeks ahead. Okay. So they're continually rolling that out. Now, the not so good news. Okay. So I mentioned this yesterday across some of my social networks is that 16 states, and more may be coming, but these are Republican led states that have decided to end the unemployment benefits early. And when I say early, it's significantly early. And I think some are actually started ending the benefits this month. I know Ohio is set to end next month, I think by June 12th. So there's 16 states, and I'll read those off in a little bit. But they are terminating the benefits, meaning those that are on pandemic unemployment assistance. That means you will be totally no benefits, right? That means everybody on PUA would be terminated. It means that the extra $300 a month boost is gone. That is no longer. Is scheduled to terminate in September. We're in May, right? So May, June, July, August, September, right? So 5 months ahead of when it's supposed to end. So it's really concerning. So I know some people are saying is that with the job report, they want more people to get back to work. We know that businesses are struggling to get their employees back to work. Understand, self-employed people are not going back to work. They work for themselves. Okay. So they're not going back to be someone's employee. So I don't know that they're taking this in consideration. But I understand there should be a balance, when you're looking at, people returning back to work, understanding businesses want more employees to come back to work, but you also have to prepare the workplace. Okay. And make sure that it's safe. Make sure that, first of all, that the role is there. Not everybody, the role that they were in before, those jobs are not still there. And one thing that is really concerning is still there's this mindset that people are just lazy, just sitting back on unemployment. Nobody asked to be on unemployment. People were made to go home, to leave their jobs, to leave their businesses, to shut their doors. And I don't know why that's so hard to understand. And then we're still in a pandemic. So people, there's a push to get vaccinated. More and more people are getting vaccinated, but people are still getting sick. I actually know quite a few people that just got COVID. So it's not like it's over, right? So anyway, these benefits are still needed. And if you're one of those that are on these benefits that are about to lose it, because you are, if you're in one of these 16 states, I highly recommend you contact them. You start emailing them, getting on the phone and letting them know how this is impacting you and your family to be totally knocked off of benefits that you are entitled to till September. Will the federal government step in and do something? I don't know. But we will monitor that. So just I'm going to let you know which states these are: South Carolina, Alabama, North Dakota, Iowa, Tennessee, South Dakota, Arkansas, Mississippi, Missouri, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, and Ohio is on this list. So it's a growing list. So, this is like 16.8 million Americans are still on unemployment assistance. Okay. The nation is short of 18 million plus jobs. But you have to look at that as what is the reason. It is not the sole reason is not because people are on unemployment, by the way. 1.4 million of those are on PUA benefits. That means they don't qualify for traditional unemployment. And the big bulk of those are those that are self-employed, those that are gig workers, independent contractors, and the like. So if all Republican states were to pull out of unemployment, this would impact 4.8 million workers for a total of near $30 billion. Now, some of these states I heard are offering incentives to have people return to work. Now, definitely that's a plus. So just to snatch people off unemployment is crazy when we still have a high unemployment rate. But there are some states, a few of them, I only saw 2 that publicly announced that they're either offering something like a sign-on bonus of $1,200 or a sign-on bonus of $1,200 to $2,000 and maybe childcare benefits. But most of these states aren't offering anything for you to go back to work. Okay. So that's what it is. But again, continue to advocate for yourself. Don't just wave the white flag and sit back and let them, do this. Let them know how it's affecting you and that you need the benefits. Okay. So I would encourage you all to do that. There's more important news. That's unemployment. More important news. Okay. Let's talk about the Paycheck Protection Program. So we already know the funding ran out, but there's still an opportunity for you all to apply through the CDFI lenders. These are the Community Development Financial Institution lenders. You could go back to the video that I have. PPP, the funding ran out. That's a really good video. It has all the information, updates on where you can apply, like Blue Acorn is one that you can apply with. Because they are partnered with CDFI, so they can process applications. Here's the big news. The SBA sent out a letter or email letters to the lenders to tell them to withdraw every application that they have in their pipeline that has not yet been approved. So if you are still in the pipeline waiting for your PPP, please let me know in the comments. They were supposed to withdraw it from before today. If they did not withdraw it by today, the SBA said that they will withdraw it. Now, they asked them to withdraw it because they want you to be able to apply somewhere else. Now, the thing is that the CDFIs have $8 billion set aside. So you can only apply with a CDFI or a broker that is a partner with a CDFI. Okay. And so that number has dwindled down. So it was 8 billion like 2 weeks ago. So I'm sure it's even less than that today. But if you are in approval, because people are still telling me that they're getting approved. If you have like been approved by your lender, you're still in the process. Okay. Because shockingly, it shocked a lot of people, right? A lot of advocates across the board that it ran out so quickly in the first week of May, when the deadline is May 31st. The SBA needs time to continue to process these PPP applications through the end of June. And we already know a lot of you all have been held up with the process for months. Like your application had just been sitting there. So they're like, okay, lender, you all need to do something with these applications, either withdraw them or approve them. So hopefully some of you all have been approved over the last few days. And if you have been approved, please let me know. I love to hear that you've been approved. But there are a lot of people, like Wamply said that they have, how many they said they have in their pipeline? Like 2 million in their pipeline, and 1.6 million of those cannot be sent to the SBA, right? And so during my last video, I said like some of your files, some of your applications are under investigation. You may or may not know they're under investigation. They will never get approved because they're being investigated for fraud. But that's not the majority. But that is some of you. So they will just go ahead and they will withdraw it. So you should expect or should have gotten a withdrawal notice at some point over the last week, a week and a half, that they are withdrawing your application. you may have gotten something over the weekend, or letting you know what the next steps are so that they can give you approval. Because if they didn't, the SBAs are going to automatically do it. And that means so many so many small businesses that are in the pipeline that did what they were supposed to do will miss out on the funding that they need. Now, I have been looking, researching. I have not seen anything that suggests that Congress is going to vote to add any more funding. Now, I know Wampley was accepting applications with the expectation that they would. Accepting applications is different than them approving. It has to be approved by your lender, then it has to be approved by the SBA. If it's not a CDFI, it will not move. It will not move through the process unless it's already in the approval stage. Because the SBA had already notified them that they ran out of money. Okay, so probably putting you in a pool with the anticipation that they will get more funding. I have not seen anything, heard anything yet, any whispers, nothing from Congress as to that they are going to expand this program. And based on SBA's comments, I don't think that they will, because again, today is the day that they're going to start withdrawing those applications. Okay, so that's the Paycheck Protection Program. That's the really big news, because you need to really look out for that. Now, people have contacted me. There are many CDFIs out there, so you can use the CDFI locator. You can either Google it, or you can go to our PPP funding ran out video. It's in the show notes. Okay, so that's the big news about the Paycheck Protection Program. I may circle back on that in a few minutes. I want to give a important update regarding the Restaurant Revitalization Fund. This is a grant program up to $10 million. Now, here's the thing. This applications will already be closed, okay? Because the SBA received well over the number of applications needed to surpass the amount of funding that is available, right? So there's just short of $29 billion available for restaurants, bars, and other food industry applicants. So they have not closed the portal. So if you're in the food industry, you have people that come to your place of business to purchase food, any type, food or drink, right? You can apply for this program. Food trucks, food stands, bars, snack shops. If you have a kiosk in a mall or in an airport, that coffee shop, tea shop, peanut shop, it doesn't matter. Donut cart or a hot dog stand, you will qualify for this. You can qualify for this program as well. You will need to have be able to qualify for a minimum of $1,000, and the maximum is $10 million. So you see, the restaurant industry was hit very hard. So we already expected the money would run out. The first in line are veterans, women, and socially and economically disadvantaged groups. So that includes minority businesses. So those are the ones that are first in line. Those are the ones that are being processed. They've already started issuing deposits. So if you applied for the Restaurant Revitalization Grant and you got it, if you're approved, let me know in the comments. If you've been funded, let me know in the comments, because they started sending out deposits. Right now, the SBA is encouraging businesses that had gross sales or revenues less than $50,000 in 2019 to apply, because they have certain set aside dollars, right? They have set aside dollars for those that have 500,000 in revenues. They have set asides for those that have 50,000, and that they said that's the only reason they have not closed the portal, is because there's some set aside dollars left, and they really want to get that pool of applicants that made $50,000 or less. If that is you or someone you know, please tag them in this video, share this video with them, because we need you all to get the money. Okay, all of you women business, minority business, veteran businesses, this is your chance because everybody else is locked out. Everybody else is locked out. It's all you. If you qualify for this program, really quickly, they've had a little over 13,000 applicants with businesses that have 50,000 or less of pre-pandemic revenue. A little bit over 100,000 applicants with revenues of 500,000. They have a little bit over 61,000 applicants from businesses with between 500K and 1.5 million in annual pre-pandemic revenues that have applied. And again, they even said clearly here on their website they're keeping the portal open to allow for the ones that have less than 50,000. But I don't know. Today they may close the portal. Okay, so that was before the weekend. You just never know. That's why you have to take action. You have to take swift action. Now, this program, according to the SBA, has received applications from a little bit over 76,000 women business owners, 6,000 veteran business owners, and 42,000 economically and socially disadvantaged business owners. So if that is you, if you have a restaurant, a bar, or food and beverage business that may qualify, you can go to the SBA website and apply. Just quick shout out. Thank you to my super chatters. Hi, Bell Rob. Okay, and Know Thyself, thank you so much for the super sticker. These do go to help us build up our She Boss Up Grant Fund that helps women in business to be able to provide grants for them. That's free money to help support their business. So thank you so much for that. Okay, so that is the Restaurant Revitalization Grant, the Shuttered Venue Grant. Monies are being deposited. My understanding is it's still running smoothly. There has not been an indication, shockingly, that they're anywhere near closing. Now that fund is $16 billion. That's for live venues, operators, theaters, museums, cultural arts, representatives of talent. So if you represent or manage live talent like artists, singers, or comedians, you could apply for this program as well. You can apply for this program and restaurant, not together. You can't apply for both. So you have to choose which one fits your business. But with both, you can get PPP, Paycheck Protection Program, but your grant amount will be offset by what you received in PPP funding. Okay, so they have started sending deposits to bank accounts. This Shuttered Venue Operators Grant is also up to $10 million and is still available. I did a video on EIDL the Grant update a couple of days ago. So most of the details are there. So if you need help with EIDL, please go to that video. But I do want to remind everyone that the targeted EIDL grants are still the SBA is still processing applications. Funding is still available. We know that they were slow in rolling out some of the newer applications. It is by invite only. The only way you can even apply is that the SBA invites you, and they will do that by sending you an email invitation. You must have applied to the EIDL program on or before December 27th to even be considered for the program. Now they made an update where if you're newer applicant, you're just now maybe in the past maybe say week and a half, 2 weeks, received a notice, you are applying both for the targeted EIDL grant and supplemental grant at the same time. Like you will actually in the invite will have information on both programs. The qualifications are slightly different. And when you submit your application, just like back in 2020, they said check that checkbox and people didn't check it. They will ask you to check if you want to be considered for the supplemental grant. If you don't check that box, you will not be considered. Okay, that is not how it happened for us. Those of us that were earlier in the earlier rounds, we applied. I actually called and I emailed to follow up to see when I would be getting my email invite because I already knew I qualified, right? And so soon after that, they sent me my email invite, right? Soon after, like that same day, they sent me the email invite for the supplemental grant, and then I applied for that. And right now, I went from being approved to funded, and we're expecting that the funding will be deposited tomorrow. So I was providing updates with the time frames because people always want to know how long did it take you to get through the process, right? So it gives you some type of target. Doesn't mean that it's standard across the board because it's not. But the SBA has 21 days to process your initial grant application. For this program, you can get up to $15,000, up to $15,000. And to qualify for the supplemental grant, you must have 10 or less employees, and also you have to be able to show a 50% loss. Whereas for the targeted EIDL grant up to 10,000, you only need to be able to demonstrate a 30% loss. So if you go back to that video, I go in detail, explain the table that they use. That's where people have the most challenge in calculating their gross income. So I felt it was necessary to go back through that process. So hopefully that helps you because again, you want to be able to prevent denials. And if you are denied, you want to be able to overcome those denials. So if you do get denied, someone contacted me on our YouTube video and said she received email notification. She was denied because of child support and don't have children, right? So all she has to simply do is submit a request for reevaluation. That is the process if you get denied for the targeted EIDL grant. You submit a reevaluation. We also have a video on that. So for all of you, if you need help on any of these programs, we have explainer videos on all these programs. So I would encourage you to go bookmark the one that you need and watch it at your leisure. But you don't have a lot of time for these programs. So I actually have consults booked. I had some last week. I have one-on-one consults booked for this week. If you need a one-on-one consult, I do have them available. The links are in the description and the show notes, just depending on where you're tuning in from. But they book up very quickly. I don't adjust my calendar, so you just have to, fit in or rearrange your schedule to fit the times that we have available because the spots are limited. Now, if you are looking for alternatives to Paycheck Protection Program or EIDL, I spoke about this a few days ago that we have a new product. I'm an independent agent with David Allen Capital. We have a new Bank Breezy product, right? Where we're offering funding up to $25,000. You can get funded the same day. Here's the thing. The barrier for a lot of small business owners is not that they don't need the funding, right? The barrier is they need the funding. They want the funding. It's the credit that is the problem. That's why a lot of you all didn't qualify for the EIDL loan. With the Bank Breezy product, you can get approved same day. All you need is a 450 credit score. 450 credit score. So if you know business owners, entrepreneurs that are looking for funding, but their barrier to getting that funding to really be able to grow their business or get new equipment, whatever it is that they need to get it for, they can get funding through the program. Again, the information is in the show notes and in the description of this video. I've already had 6 people apply this week. That's how powerful this product is. I already know this is huge because so many small business owners and entrepreneurs struggle with getting credit or struggle with going into a traditional bank and getting the funding that they need. Because if you walk into a traditional bank, you already know you need a 700 or plus credit score to get funding. Okay, so now the barrier is removed. Okay, and you could be a new business, 6 months in business, be able to demonstrate you're bringing in at least $5,000 a month, and you can get the funding. So we've been funding people every single day. And so if this is you or someone you know, do share the information. If you would like to be a partner with us, again, use the same link and I would welcome you as a partner. I've already had 10 boss ladies, right? Boss ladies sign up under me, and we're helping business owners get funded because there's such a need out there. So there is funding available. The stimulus money is available, but that's not all that's available. There's more money coming down the state from the state's child care grants, more small business grants. So don't forget to seek out the funding opportunities in your local area, your state, your county, and your city. So many of you are overlooked your local area, right? So I've received funding at every single level here in my local area. I received funding from a church. I received funding from the county. I received funding from the state. And then I will be calling them actually this week to advocate before they roll out the next set of funding for small businesses, because they're leaving out businesses that are home-based business or sole proprietors, or those that don't have W-2 employees. And I'm like, okay, does that mean that we're not deserving of funding because we don't have W-2 employees? Many of us have 1099 workers, and so we still responsible for feeding families and putting people to work. I mean, so we have to help them understand that, okay? And so that's again a reminder that we have to continually advocate for ourselves and others. That's how that's how change happens. That's how we've been able to get a lot of these programs changed and improved for our benefit, and we will continue to do so, right? So if you want to see them extend PPP, you gotta call your congressional reps. You gotta let your business leaders call the Chamber of Commerce, your local chamber, call the state chamber, call the the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, I mean, you got to be active and proactive in this. You have to be intentional, and that's how we get things done. Okay. So I hope these updates have been beneficial. I'm just going to go right through real quickly just to see if there's any questions. I see you all out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for sharing. Again, if you're not already subscribed, do subscribe. Do share this out. I see a lot of you all saying you got the unemployment tax break. Good for you. Yeah, I see a lot of comments on PUA. Yeah, we don't want to lose that for those that need it, because there's still people out there that need the unemployment. And why just take them off? I understand people need to go back to work, but the whole dynamics have changed. The dynamics have changed. It's not the same businesses. So are you going to provide people with new training, new business opportunities? People can't always go back to the same business, the same job that they were doing before. And then if it's okay, say they go back to work and it's not consistent. So they can only work 2 days a week. How's that going to provide for their family? But you want them to get off of unemployment to go back to go to a job that's not paying them, compensating them what they were making before COVID, right? But there are a lot of companies now, and I forget which one, a good one, couple of companies that are actually raising their minimum wage to $15 an hour. People want to make a living wage. I mean, that should be a no-brainer. That should be an automatic. People need a living wage. Okay. All right. So I think that's it. I think someone is asking about the Shuttered Venue they're trying to log into. I'm gonna say this. I'm glad you said that, Sonia. I do not recommend applying for any program, downloading anything from a mobile device. If you're applying for something, please do it via computer. That's the easiest way to do it. Best way to ensure your information gets to where it's supposed to go, that it doesn't break down, get cut off. You don't lose something in the process. Use a computer rather than a mobile device when you're filling out applications, including and going into these different portals. Because I've heard many people have trouble, and many people try to download our products on mobile device, and it's not intended to be downloaded to a mobile device. Use a desktop computer and use your cloud drive is what my recommendation would be for you all. Okay. All right. And so your states may have, probably do. I know here in Ohio, our governor has a weekly podcast or newscast where he provides COVID updates and things that they're doing every week. You all probably have the same in your local area as well. So tune in, get engaged with what's going on in your local area, get involved. I highly recommend that. That's going to be to your benefit and also benefit your small business and entrepreneur peers. Okay. So it's Monday. Again, go out and accomplish your goals. Report back to us the funding that you get, the grants that you're getting. We love to continue to see the testimonials out there. We love that you all is helping transform your businesses. So that's why I'm here, to make sure that you have what you need to be able to transform your business, take your business to whatever new levels you're trying to take it to, no matter where you are in your business, is possible for you. So thank you so much. Continue to be the boss with amplified impact, and continue to stay in good health and stay safe. Have a wonderful day.